I'm side-eyeing everybody. What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 17. And the name of the episode is Frosty Friendships. Y'all, I am so excited because this is the first show that I reviewed. And I believe that I reviewed most of this show. No, actually, all of this show. I reviewed most of the show doing pre-records, and this is my first time completing a season. I don't mean to laugh like that, but I've reviewed other shows before, and I've done some of them pre-recorded. So this was the first show that I've done, basically full on pre-record, and I'm complete. I've completed it, and I'm so excited because I used to be so scared to do. Y'all know I used to be scared to do pre-records and just being here talking to myself. I feel like I look crazy, but I know that once you start doing something, you may be scared at first, but once you have to start to do it, and then it'll become easier to you. And my hope is that you guys feel the same way about something that you guys are afraid of doing. And I know that I say that now, but it'll be something else in the future that I'll do it. So I'll have to even remember that for myself. Okay. But y'all, we are here again to talk about The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 17. The name of the episode is called Frosty Friendships. Okay. So this is going to be the finale, and I believe the reunion is going to start next week, and we're going to have the fashions, darling. I'm going to do the fashions. I already seen the fashions. But the thing with Miami, and I don't want to say this, but it's the truth. These are kind of like the lower housewives, because when their fashions came out and we saw their reunion looks, we didn't know who the dresses was made by or anything like that. But let's go ahead and start with the review. First, let's start. Marysol and Alexia, they both threw Christmas parties on the same day. Now, is that a coincidence?
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
Because I feel like that Alexia and Marysol kind of been getting into it, but like behind the scenes, they've been kind of beefing, but they not really letting us know that they beefing. With everything that's going on with them and Stephanie and how they, running behind Stephanie and telling Stephanie this. And I just feel like that this was something that wasn't a coincidence to me. We saw Alexia invite all of the girls last week at Adriana's Art Basel party, and Marysol didn't mention anything about her having a Christmas party. She didn't say anything at all. Now, if you ask me, I think that the girls could have made each other's event. Alexia's event was supposed to be an hour because she said that it was supposed to be a happy hour, and it seemed like it started at night. Marysol's event, on the other hand, was in the daytime, and it lasted well until after sunset because it seemed like it was like really, really dark outside. So I believe that if Alexia wanted to, she could have made Marysol's event, but she probably was upset and she chose not to go. I also think that it's weird that some of the girls didn't try to go to both events, like we've seen on other Housewife franchises, right? We've seen where girls end up having events on the same day, specifically Potomac, right? This last season, we seen Karen ended up throwing an event on the same day, or she was going to be honored at an event that Giselle and Ashley threw an event for, and the girls tried to make both events. We've seen it before on Potomac again. Remember with, I believe it was Robin and Monique. So we seen that happen, and we didn't see these girls try to do it at all, try to make both events. But if I'm being honest, if I would have went to Marysol's event, I wouldn't have
left. No way. No way.
Alexia, she had a Christmas party at the beauty bar. I had no idea that Alexia had a beauty bar. No idea. I didn't know what I thought Alexia did. I thought that y'all told me that she was going with a cocaine cowboy, and I do kind of remember that a little bit. And I thought that she probably had some money stashed away, buried somewhere, that she was still going to go dig out of to keep her lifestyle. But I had no idea that she had a beauty bar. Apparently, she owns the beauty bar with Frankie, and it's more like a nail salon from what I saw. Marysol event, on the other hand, was in her backyard, and her backyard was full. Alexia is my girl, but I gotta be honest. Marysol event was better. It looked better. I don't even like Marysol like that, but I gotta be honest. Marysol had a Santa Claus there. She had pajamas for everybody. She had pajamas for everybody that was out there on the rack. Okay? She had plenty of Christmas trees out there. She's had different vendors out there giving away jewelry, facials, IV drips, and she was giving away gifts. Stephanie even got some diamond earrings at this event. And for Stephanie to say that she won some diamond earrings, you know that the event had to be fair because Stephanie don't give a bitch nothing because you know she feel like she missed money. Alexia though, girl, Alexia sorry ass didn't even have a Santa Claus.
What?
I don't know. I didn't see no Santa Claus. All she had was a po-ass Christmas tree. This is Housewives. Who throws a Christmas party without a Santa Claus? And what makes matters worse, Kiki and Lisa, they showed up with their children. And you know, Summer is my niece. Kiki daughter Summer, that's my niece, and she's very outspoken. And you can tell that when she arrived, she wanted to see Santa Claus. And the closest thing that we had to Santa was Frankie.
Oh my God.
Alexia wasn't giving any gifts out. It was all she had was food, and the food that she had looked like it was just finger food. And speaking of kids, Julia, where is Jackson and Lucas? Summer was there. Elle and Logan was there. Frankie was there. Peter even showed up with his little dip. You know what I'm saying? So everybody came to this Christmas party with their kids besides you. And so I don't like this at all, Julia. I've been giving you a pass because you've been out of town, and I feel like every time we see the kids with you, we see them through the phone. But I need you to show up with these kids. What it's giving me is you feel like that you done already raised your kids, Emma and Vicky. You feel like you done already raised your kids, and you saying these are Martini kids because I'm tired. And that's what is coming across the screen to me. Because I see Martina doing the bulk of raising these kids. You don't bring them nowhere. We haven't seen you with these kids by yourself on this show yet. Never, at no event have we seen you come into the room with these kids by yourself.
You're horrible, mother.
At Marysol's event, Stephanie, Larsa, Gertie, and Adriana, they was all there. Even though Alexia invited all of them last week. Catch that. Alexia invited them all last week. In my mind, I can be wrong, but I feel like that Larsa and Stephanie talked to each other on the phone and came to the conclusion that they were going to Marysol's event because they knew it would be more fab.
Yes. It had nothing to do with how bad it makes me look. It had everything to do with the fact that
And I feel like they thought, or they knew that Marysol was going to have things that the girls can take with them. Gertie was in there acting like she ain't never had nothing before, like she ain't never been nowhere before. She was in there rushing one of the vendors, telling them to take out some charms and the bracelet so she can get some more stuff. Girl, take the bracelet, take the charms out yourself when you get home, and then just go to another vendor. Quit acting like you ain't never been nowhere before, Gertie. Now, over at Alexia's event, Julia is telling Kiki that she was looking for her when she left Adriana's Art Basel event. Kiki tells her that she left with the Amazon driver so she could get away, that she hurried up and got into the Amazon truck so she can get away. But she left because Adriana said that she called her racist, and she never said that. Then they showed a clip of Adriana approaching Kiki when she was drunk. She ended up approaching Kiki, and she was telling her that you called me racist. And then she told her to talk to Carol, a black girl to black girl.
Stop the tape. Stop.
I know damn well they didn't show that last week because I would have remembered that. They did not show that scene. They didn't show her say black girl to black girl last week. I would have remembered that. To me, that is offensive. At this point, Adriana, the cover up is worse than the crime. I want Adriana to lay off the alcohol because Kiki had already forgiven you when y'all was in Marbella. Well, y'all wasn't in Marbella, y'all was in Spain. But I forgot what part of Spain y'all was at. But she had already forgiven you. And she never said that you was racist. And you really made an ass out of Carol because it seems like your only purpose for bringing her on this show in front of these cameras was to confront another black girl and fight Kiki.
Yes, baby.
Because this season we haven't seen Carol before or after you brought her on this show for this scene. And the thing with you, Adriana, that I just got, and I like you, but I got to be honest. I can see if you found out that Kiki put the age on the cake before the event and you decided to bring Carol. But you came to the event with intentions of getting Kiki and Carol to fight over you. And you hadn't even known that Kiki put the age equation on the cake yet. You didn't even know that yet. Back over at Marysol's, Adriana is upset at Kiki for the age equation on the cake still. Stephanie is worried because at her Christmas party, Adriana is supposed to be performing and she's supposed to be honoring Kiki's Haitian Foundation with a drink, and she doesn't want there to be any beef. And Adriana assures her that she won't have any bad vibes there. Julia is hosting an opera and foster care event together. She wants to put them together for future collaborations because she believes that classical music is powerful for people who have experienced trauma. Julia is supposed to be singing at this event. Remember earlier in the season, we seen her practice an opera. Alexia, Marysol, Kiki, Martina, and even her social worker, Connie. Connie was at the event, and Connie had cleaned up really, really well. From how we saw her appear at Julia's home, she looked like she was pulling herself up. She was like, "Oh, baby, this is an event I'm coming to with the Housewives," and she did her best. She did her best to pull herself up. She looked really good. But before Julia performed, the girls wanted to know why Adriana wasn't there. But excuse me, if I'm supposed to be your best friend, I wrote a letter for you to get the boys. You got the boys, and then you told me with everybody else. Other people in the group met the boys before me. I still threw you a baby shower. They didn't. Then you still asked other people to be the godfather or the godparents of your boys. Then, bitch, don't ask me to do anything else. I ain't coming. Now, the boys are innocent, right? The boys went through a lot. If their birthday and Christmas come up, I'm going to send them gifts. But you, bitch, anything that you want to do with foster care system, adoption, anything like that, bitch, don't call me. I'm not here for it, period. Kiki is saying that Adriana wants them to be there and support her when she sings. Well, that's not really the case. Y'all are coming to Stephanie's Christmas party, and she's going to be performing there. Y'all are actually coming there to support Stephanie, not really her. So those are two totally different things. I just think that it's crazy that all of the energy is focused on Adriana not being there for Julia, when Alexia and Marysol both had events going on and didn't try to make each other's events. It wasn't a big fuzz. They didn't make a big deal out of it because there was a way. Alexia could have went to Marysol's event. Alexia's event was at nighttime or almost nighttime. She could have went to that event. Marysol's event was early in the daytime. And another thing is, Adriana had practice.
I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice.
Bitch, I got practice. I got practice. I'm rehearsing. I got to rehearse so this event can go on without a problem. So I don't know. I don't understand what you don't understand about that. Julia ended up singing.
Oh no!
And it wasn't a solo. I thought that it was supposed to be a solo. She ended up singing with another girl, and maybe it was my TV, but it seemed like Julia was giving supporting vocals, if at all. I could barely hear her. So all in all, I don't think that Adriana missed anything. Now we get the Stephanie Christmas party. Stephanie said that the motto for her Christmas party is do it big, do it right, do it in style, or don't do it at all. You hear that, Alexia?
Yes. Oh.
No shade.
You hear that, Alexia? Poor asshole throwing a Christmas party with kids saying ain't no goddamn Santa Claus. Frankie even looked like he wanted to see Santa Claus. And Stephanie said she don't ever talk about money. Stephanie said, show them the money, bitches.
I know that's right. I know that's right, bitch.
I felt that though, because this is Housewives. I'm not saying don't talk about money. I'm just saying don't be dangling no carrot in nobody's face. And then if you're going to dangle the carrot in somebody's face, don't act like that you ain't did it. We get to Stephanie event. Stephanie had a red carpet, okay? Stephanie had snow. Not only did she have a Santa Claus, she had a Mrs. Claus there.
That's big.
That is big.
She had people outside playing music when the people entered. It was really, really nice. Kiki ended up coming with her daddy. Her daddy cleaned up well. Stephanie told him that he did such a good job with Kiki. Did y'all see the way that Kiki looked when Stephanie said that? Kiki almost stopped her. Kiki almost stopped her to be like, girl, no, he didn't really do nothing, girl. He didn't nigga put me out. You know what I don't like, though? What I don't like is where's Kiki's mama? Ain't she from Haiti, too? This just goes to show how when women or moms be saying they do most of the hard work and this nigga can come in and show up and it seems like he the good parent. This nigga done kicked her out the house. Now he show up expecting to get taken care of and you done left your mama, Kiki, at home watching Summer. Like she didn't want to go to the Christmas party. Because you didn't even take her to the Christmas party. At least I heard you mention your mama. You said that Alexia said that you could bring your mama and Summer, but I only saw you coming to the door with Summer. I didn't see your mama coming there. Now I could see if you took your mama to a Christmas party and took your daddy to the Christmas party, the second Christmas party, but we didn't see your mama at the first Christmas party. So if you're gonna take somebody from Haiti to the Christmas party, you should have took your mama, the woman who raised you. All of the ladies and Carmen
Really?
show up. Did you see the arms on the bitch? Did you see the arms on Carmen? Carmen be trying to cover up them biceps, baby. You know what I'm saying? She had some sleeves on them. to cover up them biceps, baby. It's just some things you can't change. It's just some things you can't change. I wonder why Carmen wasn't more involved with the girls this season. I feel like that we only saw Carmen on 2 episodes this season. And you know, I love the girls. I love the girls. I support the girls, and I think that it's nice that we can train girls on the show. But in reality, what does that look like? Because if Carmen gets into an argument with one of the girls and she get up and get the walking up on her, it could go very, very bad. Look at the biceps on the bed. And let's be real, the objective on the show is to argue and create conflict. But it doesn't always just stick at the arguing. Sometimes it does get physical. And then I'm thinking, like, if you get to reading each other and Carmen goes below the belt, how low are you allowed to go with Carmen without being offensive? I'm just asking a question. How low are we willing to go with Carmen? Do she get to go as low as she want to go? And we supposed to keep everything above the belt? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Anyways, everybody ended up showing up to the event. The girls was dressed up, so I got to give you my top 3. I feel like Gertie was number 1. And I also, from the reunion looks, and I'm just going to say the number 1, Gertie was also the best dressed at the reunion to me. But Gertie was number 1 at this event. I feel like Adriana was number 2 and Stephanie was number 3. If I had to pick an honorable mention, it would have been Alexia. Marysol's husband, Steve, was there. Joey was there. And Carmen's boyfriend was there as well. So Kiki ended up pulling Adriana to the side. She ended up apologizing to her. She said that she wasn't coming from a bad place. She said that she walked away from her at her Art Basel event because she was not expecting it to come up again. She said that she never said it. She was racist. I must say, even though I like Adriana kind of brushed off Kiki saying that she never said she was racist.
I don't like that.
It's like she gave a quick apology, but it just didn't seem sincere to me. To accuse someone of being racist or to say that somebody accused you of being racist is a huge thing. And she didn't say that. And you know she didn't say that. So that's why you hurry up and brushed off the apology. Kiki tells Adriana that she still thinks that she's one of the most beautiful women her age. And Adriana thought that she was being shady.
So let it go.
Girl, let it go. You have the issue, not everybody else. I don't think that Kiki was being shady when she said that. I'm sorry, I don't. Kiki is ESL. Kiki came to the United States. She did not know English. So there are going to be some mistakes when she speaks. We hear it when she's talking all the time. Sometimes we hear with Adriana. So there are going to be some mistakes when she speaks. Every time that somebody says something to you, it's not a dig at your age, Adriana. You need to let it go. Girl, you 59 years old and you look good, girl. I don't know what else to say. Then we got Kiki and Marysol. Now, knowing that Adriana got to perform that night, they pulled Adriana to the side and told her that Julia was upset and why didn't she come to Julia's event? Now, Julia already told y'all why. She had practice. And so they trying to tell her Julia was really, really hurt.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck that she was hurt. And so Julia and Alexia ended up showing up late and all Stephanie said was finally. As much as Stephanie bitched and moaned about Lisa being late, she does not give that same energy with other people. Stephanie had a problem with Lisa because Larsa had a problem with Lisa, and Larsa sicked Stephanie on Lisa.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Marysol and Kiki tell Julia that Adriana dismissed them, and so they just stirring the shit up. Julia ended up telling them that she ended up texting Adriana the day after her event, telling her that she hoped the rehearsal went well, and she was so upset that she missed her event. And Adriana didn't respond. What the fuck was Adriana supposed to do with that information? Like, seriously, what is she supposed to do with that information? You know she got to perform at this Christmas party for the finale. You know she's the lead singer of her band. She's not providing supporting vocals.
The weight of the 8 citations.
What did you want her to do? I couldn't make it. You're not about to make me feel bad about it the next day. You know, girl, I would have read the shit and put my phone down. Adriana performed. Everybody seemed like they was into it. And then she did a song called I Love My Dog. And it was basically like, I love my dog, I love my dog, I love my dog, I love my dog, I love my dog. Girl. Those is most of the lyrics of the song. It was interesting. After she got through performing, Julia pulled Adriana to the side to talk. Julia asked Adriana why she didn't come to her event. And my thing is, Julia, girl, you are really trying to drag this, girl. You know why. Then they got the arguing. Adriana told her she feels like that Julia is trying to compete with her. She sees her for who she is, and she's going to be a frenemy to her just like she is to her. And Adriana ended up walking away. Then Julia ended up coming behind her, and she asked her, has she checked on her children?
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
Girl, you didn't even take your kids to the Christmas party. Now you're trying to weaponize these kids to Adriana? And Adriana was like, girl, am I their godmother? Shit, what the fuck I'm checking in on them for? Am I their godmother? And Adriana ate Julia up. She told her, baby, I brought you to this group. You're here because of me. Nobody would have even found you in this shitty place that you lived in. And I was like, baby, fill her glass up. I want to know how shitty the place was. Tell us, Adriana, how shitty was the place? Because we got questions. And you can tell that Julia's feelings was hurt. And most importantly, you can tell what Adriana said was the truth by the way that Julia was acting afterwards. She seemed like she was hurt, and she seemed guilty. She seemed like that she had been caught. She was acting the same exact way she looked when Gertie cleared her at Marysol's wedding after party. And Julia, I hate to see people sad and get toe up like that, girl, but you shouldn't have been fucking with that girl. You should have been fucking with the girl. You know why she didn't show up to your wedding. We ended up with Stephanie. She ended up doing a speech for Kiki's drink, and Stephanie was reading off of a piece of paper, and she was reading too fast. I would expect Stephanie, a person that's supposed to be pulled up like Stephanie, this business professional, to know what she was going to be saying by heart. All you really had to do was know Kiki first and last name and the foundation. Everything else would have been filler. You knew that she was from Haiti. You knew the foundation name, and you would have known Kiki name. That's all you had to say. I think that it was kind of tacky for you to be standing up there reading from a piece of paper.
Low class, lowest class, no class.
I do. So the name of the drink is Kiki Courage. Kiki got up there and said a speech as well. And she said that all of the proceeds go to the Haiti Health Foundation. And when Kiki was getting emotional, her daddy didn't even rub her back. He wasn't trying to comfort her or nothing. He was just like, literally, I was looking at him. He has no fatherly instincts to him at all when it comes to Kiki, except for what Kiki can do for him. Because he didn't rub her back. He didn't rub her shoulder. He didn't hug her. He didn't have his arm around her. It was no emotional connection there with her when she was crying. And that should just let you know what type of father the rest was to Kiki. Kiki then, after she got off stage, she ended up confronting Adriana. Okay, now this took me out. She told her that Marysol told her to save her ass for Kiki, that she told her to say that she said the word wretched instead of ratchet when she was talking to Kiki and blame it on her accent.
In some ways.
My thing is, with Kiki, how I can tell y'all are going after Adriana, I think that it makes the situation even worse. And I'm side-eyeing everybody. Because if you said something to me that was offensive and you can't even admit to me that you did it, and y'all are having conversations behind my back and coming up with plays to cover it up, I don't trust none of you bitches. I don't trust none of you bitches. And I've heard a content creator say this the other day, and I think that she was reaching a little bit. What they said was that reality TV is not a safe space for Black women. But on this show over here with the Housewives in Miami specifically, I don't think this show is a safe space for Black women. And I think that Kiki and Gertie need to be watching their back. The fact that there was a conversation had outside of Kiki's presence where none of the women told Kiki, there was plays that was being made behind Kiki's back to cover up what was said to her. So she actually did say, so they're trying to say that she actually did say ratchet. That coupled with Gertie, a cancer survivor, being assaulted, and everybody sat there and didn't do anything. To me, I don't think that this is a safe space for them. I'm sorry. I don't. And this is why the reunion should be retaped. This is why the reunion should be taped after the public see all of the episodes, because Marysol will never be held accountable for this. She really thinks that she ate and she did not eat. Adriana says that she was explaining the definition of the word, and all Marysol did was say, oh, you meant wretched. Now you owe me for 2 years. And that is a manipulation that she be talking about with Marysol. A part of me agrees with Adriana, but the fact that they brought this up like some nail in the coffin, in Adriana's coffin, to me, just doesn't sit right with me. And I don't like that there was a conversation that was even had behind Kiki's back about what Adriana said and them trying to cover it up at all. So then Marysol and Adriana got to fighting and Stephanie shut it down. And then Stephanie ended up giving out gifts, and that was the end of the episode. Well, that was the end of the season, actually.
Amen.
But then we ended up getting updates from the women since the show ended, okay? Adriana's still not talking to Julia. I don't blame her. Kiki is purchasing a condo in one of Stephanie's buildings. I don't think that's a good idea, Kiki.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
I just don't think that's a good idea. We've seen it with Sutton and Kyle. I just don't think that it's a good idea. Your financial information will be used as a storyline. I believe that when you move out of that condo or whatever's going on with that condo, we'll know that you keep a nasty house. We'll know that you're keeping all of Haiti in your room. You get what I'm saying? In your condo, people from Haiti running in and out. I don't like it. Don't you watch the show?
You stupid girl.
Don't be stupid. It will be used as a storyline on this show. And so I don't think that you could buy a condo anywhere in Miami except for the Shoma building. I do not think that you should need to be buying a condo over there with them. I don't. With Julia, Bika has met the boys, but Emma didn't. Larsa is dating Jeff Colby. Now, Jeff Colby is a basketball player, but he never played in the NBA. He signed a contract in 2018, but he was waived. You mean to tell me that Larsa has a son who is currently playing in the NBA for the Memphis Grizzlies? Now you with a nigga who ain't even in the NBA? Then at the beginning of this episode, she had the nerve to say that she was a good gold digger.
Bitch, please.
Bitch, please. This nigga ain't even in the league. Where is the gold? Then we got Gertie. Gertie asked Russell what type of dog she looked like. He told her she looked like a bald cat, y'all.
Oh my God.
And they showed a picture of the bald cat, and Gertie do look like that bald cat. A cute version of it, though. Gertie is still in therapy. She's not going to get reconstruction surgery anytime soon. Then we got Lisa and Jody. Lisa and Jody developed an app called Splitwell, and she was inspired by it by her divorce. I think that's a good idea, but we know most of it had to come from Jody. I mean, let's be real, okay? Stephanie started talking to one of her sisters. Marysol ain't got nothing going on. And Alexia. With Alexia, Todd actually went through with the divorce.
You a motherfucking liar. You knew that?
I don't blame him for the way that you used him as your storyline this season. But y'all, that was the episode. That was the season. Let me know in the comments, who Christmas party would you rather go to? Alexia's or Marysol's? And do y'all think that Julia is dragging it? I believe that Julia is dragging it. Adriana didn't come to your event, girl. You haven't really been a good friend to her, girl. But the thing with Adriana is you should have told her before the event. I think that you kind of did, but you didn't really tell her that you was hurt by not being a godparent to the children. You didn't really lay it out to her the way that you did to us in the confessional. So Julia don't really know what's going on. But I'm still riding for you when it comes to Julia every day because I don't trust Julia at all. But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25. Call Daddy, tell him 25. Call Daddy, tell him 25.